Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Pisces for the mid-March time period. I hope all my Pisces friends are doing great. I hope the month of March is going well for you. I hope you're taking lots of action and seizing that opportunity because of course the month of March is all about action. As you know, this is a general reading. There will be some parts that do not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest behind. I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today, dear Pisces. In the past position, we do have the Eight of Cups, clarified by the Hermit. In the obstacle position, we have the Fool, clarified by the King of Wands. In the present position, we have the Page of Pentacles, clarified by the Lovers. And in the future outcome position, we have the Four of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Swords. So in the past position, we do have the Eight of Cups, which is a card of walking away from something or someone in whom you've invested a lot of time and energy. The cups are all about relationships in our lives. So when you have the Eight of Cups in your reading in the past position, it does suggest that at some point in the past you separated from someone or walked away from someone that really meant a lot to you, and you had this moment of introspection, this moment of searching for answers in the middle of self-reflection. The Hermit symbolizes, kind of retreating and evaluating the situation or a relationship with a person, trying to kind of address, the needs of self versus the needs of someone else. Sometimes we need to have a new path open up in front of us in order to progress and in order to move forward. And, sometimes that includes walking away from someone that was very important, and perhaps you reunited with that person, but definitely in the past there was a departure from someone that really meant a lot to you. Now in the obstacle position, we do have the Fool card, and the Fool is of course a major arcana card, so he's a pretty significant obstacle. There's something that you're not taking seriously in your life. There's some goal, some dream that you're working on, but it seems to me like you're not doing enough, which can be frustrating to hear. But when you have the Fool show up in your reading in the obstacle position, it could mean that you're not paying attention to details. You're not really looking more closely at the relationship or more closely at a situation that is not kind of moving in the direction you would like it to move. Now the Fool here is clarified by the King of Wands, and of course the King of Wands in the obstacle position could represent not really seeing reality for what it is. So it's a conflict between expectations and reality. Sometimes we think, well, by 25 years old I would like to have this, this, and this, and you turn 25 and all of a sudden you don't have everything you thought you would. So definitely the King of Wands is a reminder here, because the Fool, he's so happy and optimistic that he's not really seeing that he's about to walk off the cliff. So in the obstacle position, the Fool could mean that you're not really taking things as seriously as they need to be, and kind of focusing on expectations rather than reality. So not, when you start to notice the details is when you start to notice the actual reality of the situation or our relationship. So in order to see it and better address certain things, definitely it's important to meditate. You want to make sure that you observe your thoughts, because if you are having more negative thoughts than positive thoughts, then you're definitely going in the wrong direction. I would of course then neutralize that low vibration energy with kind of distracting yourself with something that you enjoy doing, so you can raise that vibration. When you're calmer and happier and you're optimistic and you're looking forward to things, solutions come a little bit easier. That's why people say in the morning it's the best time to manifest, because your brain is not burdened by everything throughout the day. Once you start your day and you go off, to the office or to school, or wherever it is that you go, people's opinions and just interactions and kind of having everything to do, it distracts your mind. So trying to manifest something at night doesn't usually work as well. But definitely here is a bit of a problem. The obstacle is mostly kind of really looking closely at something in order to make it work, and then seeing what you can do to chip away at it on a daily basis, because there's always a solution to any given problem. So it's important to kind of really maybe seek advice or do a little bit of more research, kind of participate and take action in the solution a little bit more, if you will. Now, in the present position, we do have the Page of Pentacles, which is a really positive card, clarified by the Lovers, also a really wonderful card. The Page of Pentacles, the pages are messengers, and so definitely when you have the Page of Pentacles on their way to you, they're bringing good news. They're bringing energy and they're bringing optimism. They're also helping you see the details, actually. So you're kind of starting to see how things really work so that you can progress towards your goals and towards your dreams. But the Page of Pentacles is also a card of adjustment and adapting, really realizing that there is nothing constant in our lives. And so it's, also a skill in order to be able to kind of continuously adjust things so that you're, able to keep up that momentum and movement towards your goals and your dreams. The Page of Pentacles is all about, be practical, focus on, working hard, and you will achieve that goal. And of course, it's clarified by the Lovers, which is really wonderful card. It's a major arcana card, and brings, wonderful things and strengthens relationships. It could be friendships, it could be partnerships. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could for many people. The Lovers kind of suggest, when you get this card, it suggests that things are kind of going in the direction that you would like them to, and you're going to feel really whole as a result. Now, in the future outcome position, we do have the Four of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Not the best combination, because the Four of Cups, it's a card that suggests there is dissatisfaction with a relationship that you may have in your life. It's a card that suggests you're being self-absorbed because this person is sitting by this tree for quite a long time, and he doesn't want to move, and he doesn't want to notice this opportunity of a new relationship, of a new friendship, of a new partnership, or mentorship even. This Fourth Cup could be a person that could provide advice, that could provide detail, and it could be in the form of this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is known to be an ice queen. She's not the warmest. She brings clarity. So it could be someone around you that is influencing you with the clear communication. But the thing with the swords is they are a suit of challenges. So while the Queen of Swords can provide really good advice, there's always a cost associated with the swords. The Queen of Swords is not the nicest person. She can be cynical and cold. She is described as being hurt in love, so definitely not like the warmest person. She's someone who does not like to let her guard down as well, but she's a really good person to seek advice from, because she is an authority figure. She's also experienced, so she knows sort of what she knows what she's talking about. Let's see what energy oracle cards I pulled, and we've got Fifth Chakra Archangel Gabriel, Contract, and Angel of Love. That is wonderful. Definitely there's going to be love in the air, especially towards the end of the month, end of March, Pisces. Make sure that you also remember to be compassionate to yourself, as well as people that are in your life. But definitely when you get the Angel of Love, there's a lot of tenderness coming your way. And, if you're not in a relationship, you're definitely going to have have an opportunity to meet someone who kind of means a lot to you or will mean a lot to you. And if you're already in a relationship, it will only strengthen the bond. Now, fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, is all about self-expression and speaking your truth. Gabriel holds a trumpet in one hand and a beautiful orb of blue light in the other. He's sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. This angel opens you up to truthful expression, both with yourself and others. You may have had trouble with expressing emotions, ideas in the past, but Gabriel is here to tell you that your soul longs to take this leap now. The art of communication is very, very important, and it's important to kind of remember that you have your own needs, and those needs have to be addressed. And the way they get addressed is by expressing what it is that you need, by communicating. That is a very important skill, because if you really kind of master it, it will take you very far. It's important to write down your thoughts as you are able to organize them. The better you organize your thoughts, the more powerful the message will be that you're trying to transmit, because you have to remember, other people may not see the world as you do, so they may have difficulty understanding what it is that you mean. So that's why a lot of people suggest writing, things down, so that you're able to figure out how to structure your thoughts in a way that will kind of deliver the message with a punch. Be assertive, don't ask, like tell, I want this, I need this, not like may I have or would you please or whatever. Be assertive in your communication. Be assertive in expressing your emotions. When you suppress your emotions, things go in the wrong direction really fast. It's important to be true to yourself. And that's difficult in order to figure out, how do I express my emotions in a way that it is, understood the way I want it to be understood. So definitely there's a lot of different manifestation techniques for that. There's also just simple all hard work that has to be done. I do like meditate, and I do write down my thoughts, and I do all those things that I suggest for you to do. But definitely self-expression is a really big part of happiness. It's important to figure out how you can express yourself, but most importantly to people that are going to be receptive, because people that are not receptive, then your message is not meant for them. Contract is all about partnership and legal commitment. This card shows a contract in the background, ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice also indicate that if a legal action is underway, it is likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. Contract is a pretty important card because, in fact, you enter into a contract with many people throughout the day. It is important. The divine is bringing this to your attention because you need to negotiate better. You need to figure out how to advance your own interests further, because if you're just agreeing with the terms that are presented to you, that may not be the best in your interest. Maybe you need to speak up for your interests. Maybe you need to say, what like you want to add a term to that contract. You know what I mean? When you're have, in addition to communication skill, when you have negotiation skill, then you're like the most powerful in the world. Definitely the divine here is saying that you want to speak up for yourself better. There's more than just one way to speak up for yourself. Communication is one way, negotiation is another way, but there's a reason why you exist. Many different miracles had to happen for you to be where you are right now. So it's important while you're here to do the best you can with advancing your interests. Let's see what mystical wisdom cards I pulled. And we've got choices, make the best choices. I kind of like that a lot. Peacock, raise your standards. And children, know that your children are protected. I don't think I've ever got that card, but it's really nice. Know that your children are protected. That's really good. I mean, children can be many different things, obviously. People, it could be actual children. It could be like pets. Sometimes people, regard their pets as children. It could be, a group of people that you help, study or something. You know what I mean? It could be many different things, but this is a really wonderful message from the divine. Choices, make sure that not everything that is being offered to you is right for you. And, you also remember that there's only so much time. Time is like the most precious. So just because something is being offered, it could be offered by really nice people, and it could be the really nicest thing, but it just may not be, right for you at the time. So make sure that you are careful about choices that you make, choices in friendships, choices in work, choices at home, just choices in general. And make sure that you raise your standards. And I think that you will know what that means. I hope, Pisces, you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I will be doing April readings later this week, so check back for that. Thank you so much for visiting, and I will see you next time.